Aloha, my friends and family. Lotus Dawn here. And did you know today is the new moon? The new moon is the single most powerful time of the lunar month for setting our intentions. In fact, for thousands of years, secret societies have taken account of this, and there are actually really powerful energy processes to anchor in, to set the seed and allow your manifestations to come forth bigger and better than ever. And so I'm very excited to share with you that astrologically, this new moon that's happening today, Saturday, May 16th, it happened exactly at 1 p.m. today, Pacific Standard Time, is in the constellational sign of Taurus. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiacal wheel, and it is all about physical manifestation. It's all about the creation. So, Aries season, which was from April 20th until May 13th, was the first zodiacal sign. And Aries is all about the beginning, starting things, setting the seed or the intention of what we want to create. It's not so much about the physical reception or receiving of our intention. It's more about the power, the force, the impetus of setting the seed. And so, as of May 13th, which was just 3 days ago, the sun has moved into Taurus. And Taurus is an incredibly powerful energy. The symbol, of course, being the bull. It's about physicality. Taurus rules the five senses, everything that you can see, hear, smell, taste, touch. It's all about the enjoyment of life, the enjoyment of physicality. And so Taurus asks you to slow down, just like the cow in the field, the bull in the field, smell the roses, eat that delicious bite of chocolate cake, savor the deliciousness of life. Taurus asks us to slow down and to savor life and to manifest and create and make the beautiful things in life, to enjoy them, right? To make the money and put it into the bank account so that you can buy the boat or the plane or the house or the car, whatever it may be that you wish to manifest in your life. And so today at the new moon is the most powerful time for setting your intention. One of the reasons is because the moon exerts a magnetic force, and that magnetic force actually affects everything with water. So just as the moon creates the tides of the ocean, right? We've all stood at the ocean and felt the magnetic pull of the water. The moon also affects the water in our bodies. And so at the time of the new moon, there is way less of a magnetic pull from the moon. Whereas at the full moon, there's a huge amount of pull, and it's much harder to be focused. And it is our focus on what we want to create that allows that seed to go deeper. And so the new moon is the most powerful time to get focused on what you wish to create. And with the new moon being in Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and take you up to the actual sky. We find that the ability to manifest in the physical plane, to manifest in the 3D, that which we wish to have. And so I want to really invite you, as you're on this call here listening with me, to start to think about, what do I want to create? What do I want to manifest? I was just on a live call with my wonderful partner, energy clearing extraordinaire Michael Grady, and we tuned into the astrology of this new moon in Taurus about being able to manifest the dreams, goals, and desires close to our heart, the cars, the houses, the money. Well, that's part of it. But the astrology is also activating the spiritual component. And so we brought it all together and we did energy clearing around the blocks that may be in the way of whatever your dream, goal, or desire is. And we do this call every single new moon, and it's always extraordinary. The people on the call had an amazing opportunity to tune into their exact statement of what they want to have in their life and then to clear the blocks. To everyone at the end of the call, we're about a 10. 9 or 10 with their dream or goal or desire. So imagine starting off the new moon clear with the thing you want to manifest. It's so, so powerful. So I wanted to bring you some of the information I shared on that call to help you, wherever you may be out there in the world, to tune in and dial in the frequency of what it is you want to create. And so I'm going to take you up to the actual sky and I'm going to show you what's happening astrologically and explain to you why this is one of the most powerful wealth opening portals for manifestation we have all year because Taurus is really the preeminent sign astrologically of physical manifestation. So, to all of you out there who love to manifest, this is a great time for you to get focused on that. So, go ahead and look at the actual sky. We can see Taurus the bull right here, the constellation of Taurus. And the moon, oh my gosh, the new moon has now traveled into the Pleiades. So the sun is conjunct the moon in the Pleiades. We have Mercury, the planet of communication, hanging out. We have Uranus, the planet of change and unexpected happenings. And we have Ceres, which is actually the asteroid of nourishment. It's the asteroid of mothering. It's the asteroid of care. And so it's actually a really beautiful energy to have near this new moon. And the fact that the sun and moon are together in the Pleiades is also incredibly powerful, as the Pleiades are this beautiful star system that many say give the gifts of light, exuberance, youthfulness. There's a magic associated with the Pleiades. So, very, very, very powerful. Some people say we come from the Pleiades. So, very interesting that we have this. And so, we have the sun and moon in Taurus with the Pleiades. What is Taurus energy? So, I thought I would share with you some screenshots, some PowerPoint around what is Taurian energy? What does it mean to have the sun and moon together today at the sign of the new moon? What are good things for me to focus on? So, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, which is the billionaire planet. And it's all about grounding. It's about material reality. It's about enjoyment of the good things of life. I often think of Taurus as the energy of the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings, where it's, you see them out growing their gardens, tinkering around in the fields. They move slow because they're enjoying and they're savoring all the good things of life. It also represents money, it represents beautiful things. Venus is the symbol for the divine feminine. And so it is all about the beauty of life, the beauty of the earth, the beauty of enjoyment of the earth. And Venus, right, the beautiful image of Venus emerging from the water is about that divine feminine aesthetic. It's about abundance, it's about wealth. In fact, Venus is known as the billionaire planet, and Venus rules the sign of Taurus. And so, right now, actually, Venus is conjunct Rigel, the billionaire star, which is all about wealth. Okay. And not only that, but this new moon is the very first beginning as the sun will be moving towards Rigel, the billionaire star. And so as the sun enters Taurus, the green, lush, fertile river valley, these are some gemstones that are really powerful at this time. We have the emerald, we have malachite, we have chrysocolla, we have copper itself is one of the symbols of the Taurus Venetian energy. Taurus is all about that beautiful, green, lush, fertile river valley. It's about the fertility of life, the fertility of physical manifestation. Here is a picture from my birthday one year where I created all these beautiful flower bouquets and I made this delicious chocolate cake. And so Taurus is really about the beauty, the sensuality of life itself. And so when you have the sun and moon, the sun, of course, representing the soul, representing the light that shines within us, and the moon, which represents our emotion, it represents our intuition, our feeling, our nurturing, our nourishment. When the sun and moon, the masculine and the feminine, come together, at the exact same time, like they did today, the energy of our soul, our dharma, and the energy of our emotion and intuition come together, and it creates this beautiful environment for us to set a seed of intention that then we can plant into the fertile soil of the energetic. And then those goals, dreams, and desires can come through stronger, bigger, brighter, and they will grow over the period of time until the next new moon, where you have another opportunity to set another powerful intention. Now, one of the reasons I personally love astrology is that we all have our personal birth chart. And so, what I tend to share with you is what is actually happening in the sky right now, right? But we all have a personal birth chart. And at the time of the new moon today, we can actually map that chart over our own personal natal chart. And those are always different, two different charts. And you can actually find out which area of your life is this new moon activating. So, for instance, I can look at the astrology chart of today and I can hone in on the fact that we have the sun and the moon conjunct in Taurus and Ceres at 2 degrees of Taurus and Mercury also. So we have the sun, the shining, the soul, the dharma, what we're here for. We have the moon, our emotional self, our emotional center. We have Kitties, which is nurturing and nourishment. We have Mercury, which is communication. And then over here we have Uranus, which is change and unexpected happenings. And so whew, from 2 degrees of Taurus. And then we have also Rigel, the billionaire star. We have Venus, the billionaire planet. And we have Polaris. I didn't even talk about this yet. The North Star, which is all about the guidance of the soul. And so from 2 degrees of Taurus all the way to 36 degrees of Taurus, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 different things. We have planets and asteroids in Taurus, the sign of the billionaire, the sign of physical manifestation, the sign of physically grounding our feet onto the earth, activating our purpose, activating what we're here for, and grounding it materially on the physical earth plane. And this becomes really important because we're in the year of a fire horse. And so some of you, I think, have been wondering, when are we going to see the full fire horse energy? Because we haven't yet. And so I've been tuning into the Chinese astrology, and on this day of the new moon, I'd like to share with you that I've actually begun to study the Chinese astrology and how it relates to the month. And so in that system, the very peak of the year is actually coming up. And so the very peak of the fire horse year is actually going to be in June, because June is in Chinese astrology literally the month of the fire horse, right? So if you've been wondering, where's the fire horse? It's coming. The peak season will be in June. And so right now is the month of the yin water snake. And so it's a combination of water and fire. Snake is fire, it's in the element of water. And so in a year of the fire horse, there's a little bit of water in the way of the sizzle. This month is going to be hotter. It's going to feel like summer because summer began May 5th in the Celtic and Chinese calendar. And you're going to have a lot more energy and enthusiasm. And now we have the new moon in the sign of Earth, physically grounding and anchoring in your vision, your intention, and your dharma with the assistance of massive amounts of abundance, fertility, your needs being met. And so, a really great practice today, because how the universe takes your order, so to speak, is through your energy vibration and through what you feel that you transmit the frequency out into the universe with. So, I want to encourage everyone with this incredibly fertile energy ground, with the astrology lining up to the energy of the billionaire, infinite wealth, physical manifestation. I want to encourage you to imagine if you won the lottery, if you had billions of dollars, what would you do? There was no time pressure. If you had no other challenge, you had nothing in the way, what would you do? What would that feeling be like to actually have all of the material support and wealth that you could utilize to create the vision of your dreams? How would you physically ground it? Would you buy a property? Would you buy a house? Would you buy a home? Would you buy a car? What would you do? And that today, in the next 48 hours, is a really amazing time to dream build and to focus on what it is that you wish to create and to tune into the frequency of what it would feel like to already have it. It's already yours. What would that feel like? And if you start getting into the how, allow yourself to play with the how will present itself. What will it feel like to have what I desire? And imagine it, see it, sense it, feel it, and allow the energy of the cosmos, of the planetary energy, aligning up with Taurus, the sign of physical manifestation, with Venus, the billionaire planet, conjunct Rigel, the billionaire star, and aspecting Polaris, the North Star. And so, really, at this time is a really good time to tune into the spiritual guidance of your soul. Ask and ye shall receive. What would be the best ideal way for me to manifest, allow in, and receive the divine wealth, my divine inheritance from Source, from God, that will support me in my mission, in my dream, in my vision, in which I want to create on this earth? And allow that to be a question. Allow yourself to ask and allow yourself to receive and just feel that beautiful energy coming through. And just know that right now, not only are all those planets in Taurus, but now they're also opposite the galactic center, which they will go exact in June. So we are approaching the sweet spot, the power point, the most powerful time of the entire year at June 21st. June 21st and December 21st are when the sun aspect the galactic center. The galactic center is the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It is home to what I call the womb of creation, which are actually four supermassive black holes. And when the sun lines up to the center of the Milky Way, which it happens on June 21st and December 21st, is what I call either the silver gate of creation, that's in June, or the golden gate of creation in December, where we literally have access point to what is called the womb of creation itself. So I want to invite you to tune into that frequency as we are approaching that. And so this new moon represents the gateway or the door opening into these incredibly powerful wealth opportunity moments. And if you're saying, Lotus, but I have all these challenges and I haven't manifested the money and I don't know what to do, then I want to invite you to join my partner. And I have created a membership for energy clearing where you can receive 1 to 2 sessions per week with a group to do energy work on your biggest blocks and issues. One is Monday night at 6 p.m. The other is on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for women. And so we meet twice a week with our groups and we do this energy work. And it's so powerful. Our members are reporting huge strides, huge shifts, because when you work on the blockages that are in the way of your goals and dreams and desires energetically, the shift is palpable. When you energetically start testing in alignment with your goals and dreams and desires, they start coming in faster. And so we share this with you and invite you to join us because we're seeing the results in ourselves, in our friends, in our family, and in our clients. And so if you want to capitalize on the power of the astrological energies, I highly recommend doing energy work. I also do one-to-one sessions if you would like to experience energy work firsthand. You can check out my website, blossomwithlotus.com. Gosh, and I just can feel this powerful energy we're in, just transmitting it to you. And remember, you are a creator. You have the power. What do you want? What do you want to create? The sun, the soul, The moon, the emotions have come together today. This is a powerful window. Utilize the energy to get in touch with what you want to create. Sending you so much love from my heart. Biggest love. Aloha.